Hello, welcome to Phys Ed, brought to you by the Caregiverspace.org. Alright, thank you for your questions, by the way, and I want to remind everyone that if you do want to send in a comment, you want to post, make sure that you go to our Facebook page, the Caregiver Space, and do so. Now, getting lots of questions, we want to answer a couple here. Heidi out there, hello Heidi, how you doing? Alright, you want to know, Heidi wants to know, how do I work out during the day if I don't have time to get to the gym, or what can I do if I'm doing housework, laundry, or cooking in the kitchen? Well, let's first address the cooking in the kitchen. I'm not a big believer of doing any kind of exercises while you're cooking, if you happen to be cooking near a hot stove. Very dangerous. But assuming that you're away from the stove, you could do simple leg lifts while you're at the counter. You could pick up any kind of can, any kind of bottle, and you always say, oh, you could use the bottle and the can for your biceps, for your triceps, moving your arms up and down. But I'd rather you do it through when you're doing your laundry or you're cleaning your room. And here's why. When you pick a room that's going to be clean, you know it's going to take anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. What you're going to do is you're going to clean up a particular area, or if you're cleaning a floor, and that's for anyone, whether it be Bob, Ted, Heidi, Susan, doesn't matter. Okay, and every 2 minutes you're going to say, all right, I'm going to do 5 push-ups. And then the next time that I'm going to take a break from my housework and my chores, I'm going to do 7 sit-ups. And so what you want to do is maybe get a timer, and maybe get a clock, or maybe get a ringer, or set it on your watch, or set it on your phone. You can easily do it, where it goes beep, and the beep goes off every 5 minutes, and that reminds you to do something. Remember, if you're trying to lose weight, you want to do cardio. So maybe you don't have time to do 30 minutes of cardio, but during your laundry, every 3 minutes or every 4 minutes, you're going to get on that bike, that stationary bike, that recumbent bike, one like this that supports your back. You put your feet up and you bike for 3 to 5 minutes. You do that within the hour of you doing laundry or housework. You know what? You've got it added up. And it's the added value of fitness that really counts, not necessarily how long you're able to do something without a break. Of course, if you don't have that much stamina, 1 or 2 minutes are really good to get going. So thank you, Heidi, for that question. Meanwhile, what you could be doing is, every time you're doing chores, remember, you are burning calories. And there's a difference between burning calories through being active and burning calories through fitness. They're not synonymous. In other words, you might get the caloric benefit as far as the deficit. You know what? I took in 2,000 calories on Monday, but I expended 2,500 calories, and I did that through my laundry work. The scale's going to go down, but it may not reflect on your body ratio or how firm and toned you're getting, because that can only be achieved through actual fitness and exercise. And what we've done is we've crossed over activity to represent fitness today, and that's why very few people are fit. Being more active and doing things while you're doing house chores and work around the house is great and better than nothing. But remember, it cannot substitute for good old-fashioned exercise. And everyone knows that that has been my theme and my constant theme through educating everyone at the Caregiverspace.org. All right, next question. What do I do if I have a bad backache? My back is always aching. Well, we know that back care in this country is one of the biggest cost expenditures for insurance companies, and one of the main reasons why people are absentee from work. You know, when you look at the statistics in this country today, bad back is one of them. So, why do you have a bad back? First, you need to identify, why is it you have a bad back? Was it an accident? Was it an impact accident? Was it an injury? Or do you have tight hamstrings? And we know where our hamstrings are, here. And you can always refer back. The wonderful thing about the Caregiverspace.org is that when you go back into the library, you're going to be able to find stretches for your hamstrings, stretches for a bad back, exercises for a bad back. But I'll quickly review everything for you right now and motivate you to get to that and get to those, areas so that you can further educate yourself. Bad back plus tight hamstrings, the muscles underneath our legs here, top is called quadricep, are synonymous. I've never met a person, unless it's an impact accident, in doing this for a very long time, people that have a bad back who are not tight in their hamstrings. And what I mean by tight is, when they go down, you cannot comfortably, without bending your legs, put your palms all the way down on the ground with your feet together. That is representative of having excellent hamstring flexibility. So, when you wake up in the morning, and if you do have a bad back, A very easy thing to do is you're sitting up in bed. You can prop yourself up with a pillow, extend your feet in front of you, keep your legs straight, don't bend them, and just reach towards your toes. If that's as far as you can go, that's okay. Eventually you'll get there and beyond. So don't think that you need to touch your toes and bend your legs just to get your toes, because once you take the torque off the hamstring muscle, the stretch is fruitless. Okay? So that's one of the things that you can do. The other thing that you could do is a spinal twist. And a spinal twist is you're sitting in bed again, and you're putting one leg over the other, and you take your forearm, and all you're going to do is just turn. And you can do this in a chair like I'm doing. I do it when I'm sitting down and I'm working on a project on a computer for a long time. Every 15, 20 minutes, what I try to do is either get up or move around. And I'm not working out feverishly because I don't want to sweat. I may be in business clothing, or I may be in an environment where I don't want people to see me, and I don't want to make myself uncomfortable or make others uncomfortable, more importantly. And the other thing is switch over your legs. So the rule is this: right over left, turn to your right, using your left elbow as a fulcrum. Left over right, turn to your left, using your right arm as a fulcrum. And those are two very good back stretches. But to truly eliminate back issues, you need to stretch your hamstrings, and you need to do abdominal exercises that focus more on the lower abs more so than the upper abs. So crunches and sit-ups are excellent, but they get more the upper abs. You need to do things like leg lifts lying down. And again, everyone can go to the library at thecaregiverspace.org and find that. Okay, let's look at next question, which is a great question. And this comes from Jean. She walks her dog. Jean, good question. I walk my dog. How do I include fitness into walking my dog, Ed? Because I don't have time to do it. And I take my dog for long walks. Okay, well, the first thing you need to do is there are two types of walking your dog, two situations. The first is the dog needs to go out to go to the bathroom. Well, you're certainly only not going to go out and try to sneak in a 10-second exercise while you're just merely taking your dog out to go to the bathroom and come back. So that's number one. What you want to do is you want to figure out how much time are you going to allot for that walking of that dog, and how often are you going to do it. So if you're on a regular schedule, which most people are with walking their dogs, it's usually either early morning and then again mid-morning, maybe in the afternoon and then the evening. You need to take a look at the environment. Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it safe? So where are you going to be doing the walking of the dog? And then say to yourself, okay, I got 20 minutes and I'm going to take Pepper for a walk. So you got 20 minutes. So you're out. First of all, you want to walk as briskly as you can, if you can. If not, then you want to walk at the pace that you can. You want to challenge yourself. The other thing that's good is put workout clothing on when you go walk the dog. Because if you put workout clothing on, a pair of sweats I'm talking about, and a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, the mindset, and a pair of sneakers, the mindset of putting yourself in athletic clothing is going to remind you, hey, you know what? It's okay that I'm moving. It's okay that I'm sweating. And people are not going to look at me like I'm crazy. So what you're going to do is you're going to walk the dog for 5 minutes. Then you're going to sit down, tie the dog up somewhere, sit down, or hold the dog, stretch, then get up, walk the dog for 5 minutes. Then you're going to lie down, do some back exercises, abdominal exercises. Then you're going to walk the dog for 5 minutes, and you're going to bring a jump rope because you want to get some cardio in, and you're going to jump rope. And then you're going to walk the dog, and then you're going to do some push-ups either on your knees or on your toes. And then you're going to walk the dog, and then you're going to go up against a tree, and you can do push-ups up against a tree just like that. So you can utilize your time constructively if you have a game plan before you go out. But you need to formulate that game plan. Okay, I got 20 minutes, or I got 30 minutes, I have 15 minutes. This is what I'm going to do. Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm going to focus on stretching and abdominals. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to focus on my upper body because there's lots of trees wherever I walk the dog. And I can do push-ups up against the tree because I'm not strong enough to do push-ups either on my knees or on my toes yet. All right, and the last question that we have out there comes from actually Lorraine, and Lorraine says, you know what vitamins do you recommend, Ed? Well, the first thing I'm going to tell everyone is that, number one, you all should have a health professional and or a doctor that should be putting you on some sort of supplement or vitamins if he or she feels that you need it. Most of the vitamins that we should be getting should be with the food that we're eating. People don't understand that vitamins don't take the place of a healthy nutritious diet. However, they can complement. And vitamins get stored in our body, and some are fat soluble, and some are soluble, and some are water soluble. Water soluble vitamins are vitamins that you take in, and that through excretion and through you know, urinating and tinkling every day, it's going to pass right through, like vitamin B complex, like vitamin C complex. Fat-soluble vitamins get stored in the liver. So for instance, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin D. But I would say check with your doctor. However, ask your doctor about the following vitamins as to whether or not he or she feels that you'll get some value if you're able to take them. And the reason why you want to talk to your health professional is you may be taking too low a dose, too high a dose. You may be allergic to certain things. So you always want to check and get his or her approval. However, I like vitamin D. That's like the new vitamin. It's a great antioxidant. When I say new, in the last 5 years, a lot of doctors and a lot of people have been experimenting that a lot of people aren't getting enough vitamin D. And vitamin D is usually married with calcium. They come together. The other one that I like is CoQ10, which really helps your cardiovascular and your aerobic capacity. And anyone that's suffering from any kind of heart disease or heart issue, make sure that it's not contraindicative of any medications you're taking, of course. You want to take a multivitamin. I like B complex. I like C complex. Vitamin C complex is not just the ascorbic acid, but it's also with the riboflavins. It's also with rose hips. So check with your doctors. If you can't take a pill, you can take it in tablet form. You can take it in a powder form, you can take it in a liquid form. So those are the vitamins that I think are necessary in a multivitamin and a multi-mineral pill that you can just take one a day. You know, a lot of companies make them out there. And make sure that when you're taking these vitamins that you're eating food with those vitamins either before or after or during, and follow the instructions. A lot of people take vitamins but they don't even know why they're taking them. And they are valuable, by the way, and I believe in them. I take them. Supplements are important. But remember, they're not a substitute for eating well. And what they do is you get a reserve. If you're taking vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin D, vitamin A, and you're taking it for a long period of time, your body is going to store a lot of those vitamins. So that on the days that you don't eat properly, and on the days that you don't have that punch, it's going to help your immune system perhaps. And psychologically, knowing that you took your vitamins, I know psychologically in the days that I don't take my vitamins, that I forgot I was too rushed to prepare them, I'm like, oh my God, my workout's not going to be as good. Oh, I don't think I'm going to have enough energy. I'm going to need to take a nap. It's unbelievable, the psychological effect of vitamins as well as the physiological benefit. And I think both are important for good health. Okay, so in review, what to do for a bad back today. We know to stretch our hamstrings. We know to strengthen our lower core. If we want to walk our dog and we want to make our workouts, part of that you want to have a game plan written out, memorize it. Okay, every 5 minutes I'm going to work on my stretching, I'm going to work on my abdominals, I'm going to work on my cardio with a jump rope. And if I'm working out at home, I don't want to do anything near the kitchen. If you have hot plates or any kind of thing on the boiler or on your stovetop, very dangerous, don't even consider that. But if you're doing laundry work and other housework, again, have a plan. And the more you organize and you get yourself into the habit of doing that, don't look at it as one day. Focus on a week. Fitness at the end of the week is really what you want to be focused on. How many days did you move? And how many days were you sedentary? And at the end of the week, the body's going to say, you know what, Barbara? You know what, Bob? I'm going to reward you. You were really good this week. You walk your dog, you stretch your hamstrings, you stretch your legs, you're able to exercise your upper body and core. You're going to start feeling better. And remember this, exercise is cumulative. Just like not exercising is cumulative. And when you're fit and you have to take a week off because either a situation in the family, the fact that you just want to take a rest, you've earned that break because all those weeks that you've been exercising is now stored. And the body says, hey, you know what? You can take that break, Barbara. The problem is that everyone's always in a maintenance mode or in a break mode, but they never accumulated their wealth of fitness. And they never put that into a vault so that when they want to draw upon it and they want that reserve, there's no reserve there. And that's why a lot of people get injured, either because they don't know what they're doing, they work out too hard, or they're not working out consistent enough so the muscles and your aerobic capacity can't react in a positive way when we put stress upon our bodies. And all exercise is stress. It's a matter of good stress, and that's what we want to do. So thank you for joining me on Phys Ed today. Remember, keep your questions coming on Facebook, the Caregiver Space, and put your comments, post your comments. And coming soon, you're going to see lots of wonderful things. And remember, the most important thing is you have a question, get it to us. I will definitely answer it. And whatever I can do and whatever the caregiverspace.org can do to help you become better, more fit, more positive, to have that energy every day to care after that loved one or anyone that you're looking after. That's the key, is an energy every day, and you exude that energy because they're not going anywhere and they're depending on you. You need to make yourself as strong as possible and put yourself in the best position possible so that they can feed off of your positive energy, and that's going to help them either healing, getting to a better place, or more importantly, enjoying the time together when you are joined at the hip, and you really are joined at the hip, okay? Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you again.